my most amazing art friends. Today on Kids Art Station, we are going to be creating a Notan. Now this artwork I do every year with my 5th graders, so it's a little more advanced. But if you're ready, this is what you're going to need. 2 squares of paper, a large white square, and a smaller black square. So this paper is 12 inches by 12 inches, so it's 12 inches across and 12 inches down. And the black paper needs to be half that. So if this is 12 inches across, how big is this one? You guessed it, 6 inches. So let's say maybe I have a piece of white paper that is 10 inches. How big would I have to cut my square? 5 inches. That's right, so it'd be a 5-inch square. Okay, let's get started. For this project, you need a square piece of white paper and a smaller square piece of black paper. You are going to need glue, scissors, and a pencil. For this project, I also like to have a piece of scrap paper so I can practice. Instead of starting on the black one, I can practice right here on my little scrap of paper. Now this square represents that black square. So I am going to do a practice, and I want to draw some shapes on each side of my square. So I know I will have at least 4 shapes. All right, start with zigzag. Maybe another side I'll do some kind of funky stair step thing. The next side, oh, really kind of an organic little shrubbery or something. And if you want to be really adventurous, you could even do more than one shape on a side. Ooh. So the trick is just to make sure that you don't cut any corners and that you start and stop on the same side. All right, let's transfer these shapes to the black square paper. Now, you don't want to have a lot of details in your shapes because you are going to have to cut every single line out, and it's kind of a puzzle, so you want to have 0 pieces missing. All right, we're starting on one side, creating a shape. Again, I like the zigzag. Okay, and I started and stopped on the same side. Next one, you can see I'm working on the next edge, and I left my corners alone. This is super important. Again, watch your details because you have to cut all of these little tiny pieces or big pieces out. Okay, here's the little stair step one. This one, I think I've got a little more space than I thought I had, so I'm going to modify it just a little bit. It's kind of a little different and interesting. All right. So I have 3 sides done. For the 4th side, I'm just going to do a little bridge and a little funky shape. Yeah, I'm going to modify that one. I like it looking kind of more like a flame. And how about another little hill or rainbow line? I didn't go through the middle, and none of my lines are touching. This is really important. Okay, so you'll see, started on one side, ended on the same side. Started on this one side, and ended on the same side before you get to the corner. Started and stopped, started and stopped. Please don't cut off your corners. It's super important. Okay, we have all of our shapes, so now we want to flip our black paper over, put a small X in the center. That represents the back. There we go. And then put a little X on your white paper so you'll know that those need to match up. Or pretty close. All right. Place your black paper in the center of the white paper, and really, really lightly you are going to draw along the edge of your black paper. Use butterfly pressure, so very light lines because we are going to be erasing these at some point. Okay, so now we have a guide. I think looks like we're ready to start cutting out our shapes. Again, this is like a puzzle, so we can't have any missing pieces of paper at all. So make sure that you cut those out without snipping any little ends off on accident. This is the tricky part. go ahead and speed this up just a little bit so you can see. It looks like I'm not being careful, but I actually am being really careful to get these shapes cut out. All right, decide how you want to place it on your paper. There we go. Try to line up the lines, the square around the outside. Awesome. Okay, place that shape you cut out, put it back where you found it. So it looks like a complete hole. And we're gonna take that piece. Yep, if you stick your glue stick on top of it and you pick it up like that, then you will know for sure that you are gluing on the correct side. Nice. See how it fits perfectly? Perfectly. Grab the glue stick, pick it up. Okay? So this is the side we want to put the glue on. So go ahead. Make sure you get glue onto all of the corners. Just be really careful because your paper can rip easily. Okay, this is where it went, and this is where it's going to go now. Nice. Try to line those edges up the best you can, and press it into place. Great job. There's one edge done. So you could see that's perfectly symmetrical. Yes, I love it. Okay, I think we're ready to start cutting out the other sides. So you do one side at a time. That's another trick to help so you don't get lost in this project. So carefully cut out the next side. You can cut any side you want. Yep, line those up. Place that piece back, just like a puzzle. You're putting it back in there where it goes. Grab the glue stick and boop, pick that edge up. Okay, we can line that back up again a little bit. Nice, that's the edge to put the glue on. Go ahead and glue that. Okay, yep, that's where it used to fit, and this is where we are going to put it now. We're going to flip it out. So in and out. This is making a perfect balance between the light and the dark, and that's what a Notan is all about. You see, we are creating positive and negative space. Press that down nicely. There we go. Okay, that looks amazing. I'm loving this. So good. Okay, let's go ahead and work on the next one. Again, it looks like I'm going really, really fast, but actually I was cutting really carefully. Okay, line your paper up along those edges. Add the glue. So where it fit, make sure you fold it out. There we go. Oh, that's kind of a cool shape. I like that one. And now for the last shapes. Now this one I am going to cut all three of these out and then glue all three down. These are pretty simple shapes. All right, line it up. Again, same thing, grab the little puzzle pieces and put them back where they go. Then grab the glue stick, boop, grab it. There we go. And these are tiny, so you can just kind of slide them around on the end of the glue stick. Figure out where it was and fold it outward. almost there. You can see why it's nice to have that little pencil line as kind of a guide. Okay, the next one. Was there, and we fold it out. That one kind of looks like a sideways mustache. That's awesome. And fold out. Nicely done. This looks great. Okay, now we're going to take that black piece out of the middle, and we need to erase these extra lines. So you can use whatever kind of eraser you prefer and erase this. Now I can tell that I did not use butterfly pressure when I drew that X on my paper. It's not erasing as easily as I would like. That's okay, it still works. All right, so you'll see that X, where that X was, so we make sure we place it down correctly. Perfect. Now we are going to put glue on the back of this one, so don't pick it up with your glue stick like we did the other ones. We're actually going to flip it over, and on the side that has that little X, this is the side we needed to put the glue on. All right, hopefully that all makes sense. And then carefully put it back in there. Might have to adjust it a little bit. Oh, that looks really, really great. I love it. So sign your name on it, and you are finished. That turned out great. And here are a few more examples of Notans.